And we are back. Welcome back one, welcome back all. It's more coverage of the Mad Catz CSGO Invitational. Of course, the tournament itself is going down in Birmingham at the Gadget Show Live. We are here in Berlin to bring you coverage of the actual event. Now, we're not going to be too far from Game Live in the actual server, so it's going to be Western Wolves taking on, of course, the squad of FMToxic. Now, it's pretty much a Danish match, this, isn't it?
This is pretty much a Danish matchup indeed. We only got two players who's not from Denmark in there. It's going to be on the fm-eSports side. Please give us your predictions for the game in chat. We will be keeping an eye on it, even though we do not always reply.
Well, I've got my actual MacBook out now, so I can actually see what's going on in chat. Just gotta try and keep it off camera. That's all. So yeah, if you do have any requests, if you do want to, comment on Warclown's facial hair anymore, feel free to do so. Looks like, has the server just gone down here? What's going on? The server's still up. Okay, there we go. Good stuff. So yeah, not going to be too far from live. We've got all 5 in server now from both teams. So I'm anticipating the game live momentarily here for the 9th round. Warclown, let's do predictions, buddy. Where do you see this? Where do you see this going?
Well, FMToxic has really proven strong thus far in the tournament, and I mean they've got Kevin in their squad. Kevin with that AWP is it's pretty damn sick, and he's probably kind of the player that can go up against Nico in those AWP duels. So I can't wait to see the AWP duels actually between those two players. So I'm going to call out for a 16-12 scoreline in favor of FMToxic.
See, I'm going to go 16-12 Western Wolves.
Oh,
not just to be argumentative. That's the way I feel it's going to unfold. I think Nico's going to have a fairly torrid time with Kevin. I will say that. I think a lot is going to be decided by the pushes onto Banana, though. I think that's where both these teams are going to make the bombs. Anyway, 9th round underway here for side choice. Obviously, the preferable side. Not really that big of a deal on Inferno, is it, Warclown?
Well, I have to disagree with you. It's for me, this map feels heavily CT biased. Even though there's some changes coming in and we've yet to see the full effect of it, I still think, seeing as it's been a bit CT biased before, the mindset of all the players in this game is that it's still a little bit CT biased.
Well, final kill coming in from Kev, and that's going to be the 9th round over to FM. So. Toxic here do have the side choice, and it looks like they are going to stick CT side, which, as Warclown pointed out, is probably the preferable side. If there is a preferable side in Inferno, it is probably CT. But I would say Inferno, I don't know if you agree with this, Warclown, but I'd say it's one of the more even maps. Would you agree?
Well, yeah. In later time, we've seen the more advanced strategies coming out from the T side here on Inferno. Obviously, this game being a little bit closer to source than it is 1.6, you can utilize a lot more flashes and smoke grenades over roofs and stuff. So it's a lot easier for T's to get into bomb sites. So it's all about the preparation for the game, knowing exactly where to put down the smokes and flashes, and for God's sake, get that timing correct when you split push aside. Do not let half your team go in before you or anything like that.
I'll tell you what I haven't seen a lot of so far in Go. Saw a lot of it in Counter-Strike Source, though, was the mid-push and then peeling off to Arch and then going around the back of Banana. We haven't really seen that, have we?
Not too much, no. What I think is that a solid split onto that A bomb site from the T's is really the best way to go, as long as you can coordinate the flashes and smoke bangs as well. You can easily get into that bomb site.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of quad and arch side pushes, a lot of quad and apps pushes as well. So yeah, those seem to be the default strats here. Obviously, the changes on Banana make it a lot harder for the actual T's to go for that AWP pick, don't they?
Yeah, it kind of makes it hard both ways. I would say. I mean,
well, I mean the removal of generator as well. It does mean that the CTs do have a bit more of a torrid time once you actually get past the Banana itself onto site, but easy said than done sometimes, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Well, it kind of depends on the teams and their play styles. Some teams prefer going towards that A bomb site, but the teams that normally would want to hit that B bomb site as T is still in a phase where the early phases of CSGO, where you kind of need to adapt to the changes that's been going on over towards that Banana bomb site, because towards that A bomb site, there really hasn't been any huge changes, at least not getting into that bomb site. But no, in fact, Wendansky is calling for it to not live, so they're stopping it right now.
Well, whilst we're waiting for that, let's give you the quick roster rundown, shall we? Of course, Western Wolves going to be on your T side in the first half. You're going to have Nico, Glaive, MSL, Nal, and Pimp for FMToxic. Ignore the Portuguese flag. That's my bad. I wasn't paying much attention because I was trying to get the IPs and figure out exactly what was going on. So it's going to be Niels, Windansky, Kevin, SMF, and Soken. So that concludes your roster rundown. Jump you back in game now. Still waiting to the live. Here we go. Ebot saying it's going live. So any second now, it seems like yeah, just a headset coming loose. So no real issue though. Just have to replug in. Sometimes when you do replug, if there's a USB headset, it can kick you to desktop. So probably a good idea that they didn't go live though, because it would be kind of tragic to have issues just because of the headset. Anyway, that's going to be now the point where we should get this shindig underway. And I'm hoping to see a close game here. I think the two teams on paper very evenly matched. I do actually perceive you know, Western Wolves having a bit of an advantage, especially in the individual play. But like I said, Kevin is a solid ARPer. I think he could actually get the better of Nico here, which would be interesting because Nico is considered one of the better go ARPers these days. Anyway, it looks like we are going to see an Apps push. We got the boost from it's going to be Nile. He's dropped by SMS pistol low. So 5-on-4 advantage here.
Well, we've got a crash here, it seems. Glaive calling out one of their players have crashed.
So early in the pistol rounds, would that cause a restart? Or?
I think it will cause a restart. I'm a little bit uncertain about him calling out the crash before Nil got taken out. Because obviously that plays a little bit a huge part, doesn't it? Like one of your players gets taken out, and then all of a sudden you got a PC crash going on. But I mean, it's at the event. It's not hard for the admins who's behind the players to see if there's an actual crash or if someone just pulled out their network cable, is it?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's always a possibility. I mean, we have seen shady things like that in tournament play before, not mentioning it in games, of course. You guys in chat probably all know who I'm referring to anyway. Not so much the unplugging of a cable, but more like the kicking the shit out of a PC.
Well, we can also see it's all fine between the teams here. I think the FMToxic side is really a nice gang of players, so I think they will agree to just
yeah. I mean, they're under Yak's. I wouldn't say Yak's tutelage because Yak is, and he'll admit to this himself. He's not exactly a great CS player, but his actual leadership of FM has been nothing short of impeccable. I mean. Probably most of the European scene don't really know him that well because he is, primarily just focused on the UK scene. But the guys over at FM, Yak especially, do a great job, and I'm glad that they are part of the UK scene. Much like Damage as well with Reason these days. So we do have some really great guys. I mean, Odie's also spot on as well. You can't complain about Odie at all. He's always been good for UK esports in general. So the UK scene, whilst we do have issues with rosters and things like that, and stability of rosters, the actual organisations are pretty stable. I mean, you could technically argue that Fnatic's a UK-based org as well. So
indeed. Oh, looks like we've got already called out here, and eBot is going live. So we got the restart, and hopefully there will be no PC issues, and we can just get a fluent game going on here. Let's see if fm-eSports here can pick up that first kill yet again, because obviously after getting that first kill and then there's a restart, and if they get rolled now, it's going to play a little bit of a factor in here. It's going to be a little bit of a damper on their mindset, I would say. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, mental side of Counter-Strike is a large part of the game. I don't think people put enough stock into it, to be quite honest, because if you are going in head down, your chances of picking up those kills are vastly reduced. You need that confidence, of course. Now, autodirector not showing us particularly too much here, so I'm going to throw up the overlay so you can see what's going on. As you can see, it seems like Western Wolves spreading and picking here. Not really committing to any push yet. We've got 2 stacked on Banana. In fact, make that 3 now. The bomb has been dropped on Banana as well, so it looks like it is going to be a Banana push. Wolverine here just trying to dig in. He's actually going to fall back into ruins, so he's going to give up a bit of position. It looks like we could very well see a bomb plant here in a second. Windansky with that headshot though, it's going to drop MSL. It's going to be a huge advantage now on the Banana bomb side. They've started to establish positions now. They have switched over towards the covered side here. So it looks like it was a bit of a fake, but it's not going to stop FMToxic from picking up the kills.
Nice.
Flawless round. Nice. That was very well played, I have to say.
What?
In fact, no damage done whatsoever.
Damage.
Yeah. Everybody's still on 100 HP. That's how often do you get to see that?
Well, I probably have seen it before, but when I think about it, that's probably the first time I've ever noticed it, at least. So Western Wolves not hitting any of their shots, not even a grenade being hit there. So going to be an eco from them, and as you can see, they've bought up a couple of flashbangs, and it looks like they will be hitting that B bomb site just to get that bomb planted, really.
It could have been that Western Wolves were going for that scream strat of just shooting heads, but I mean, popping the heads is much harder than going like 2 in the chest, 1 in the face, especially when you got the Glock. I mean, burst fire is the easiest way of picking up kills at close range, of course. Requires very little skill, to be honest. Anyway, now moving in, that's going to be Wolverine drop, so chance of a cheeky plant here and an extra $800. We're going to see the bomb go down. P90 kill coming in from MSL as well, so Western Wolves on the retake here. 5-on-3 advantage in favour of the Western Wolves. Bomb has gone down though, so I'd say this has been a successful round for FM.
Yeah, it looks like they might pick up the round as well because they got 2 weapons in hand and 5 versus 3. However, in fact, there's just kills getting exchanged here, but Western Wolves down to low HP. It's 2 versus 2 now. It's all up to Glaive. He picks up 1. It's all down to Neil versus Glaive here. Will it be going for the defuse? In fact, it will be, but no. Glaive picks him off, and that's a successful eco coming in from Western Wolves.
That's a very successful eco. I mean, the storming of Banana there and the plant that followed up. They lost 2 frags doing so, but they managed to actually secure all the kills in the end anyway. So, very, very, very good start here for Western Wolves. That now cash screws FMToxic over. And it has to be said now, with FMToxic on a full eco, you'd anticipate perhaps even another eco after this. Although saying that, light, I suppose it was somewhat of a light buy. You have FAMASs and P90s in play, so it's not like they spent a ton of cash. Now that's interesting. First time I've seen a Deagling competitive play in a long time. It's more like the Left 4 Dead Deagle now, where you just, you know, look at something and then you're sort of shooting at the sky within 2 shots. I'm not.
It's worse than the AK now.
Yes,
isn't it?
that's what I'm saying. It's just not a good weapon. I don't know why anybody would purchase it. Unless you're confident in your first shot ability, because the first shot on it, you know, is accurate, of course. It's the follow-up shots that you have the problem with. Anyway, Pimp and Neil's going to exchange kills over towards quad side. As you can see, we do have a bit of a push down Banana, but nothing that's worth writing home about as the smoke does obscure that. As we can see, it does seem like we are seeing Western Wolves actually go back over towards Banana here, so they are going to switch it up. Toxic also coming from behind, so we could have a potential backstab here. Obviously, with everybody moving so fast, they can't hear the footsteps coming up Banana, so here we go, the push onto Banana itself. Nico and Pimp picking up kills, though. I was going to say we did have Wolverine in the back of sight with that Deagle. He did put it to use, and he did manage to get a kill on Nico, but only the 1 kill.
Up to some
Bomb's gone down, yep. 20 health left. I don't particularly fancy his chances here, Warclown.
It's going to be a tough one for him, and I can see a lot of people complaining in chat about lag. There was some frames being dropped here on the stream, but it seems to be stabilized right now.
Well, it's showing drop frames on the actual, on the stream itself. So I'm guessing we're having some issues with Twitch, because I know the connection here. You wouldn't believe the connection here. It's a super solid connection that they have at Freaks for You, and they pay a whole heap of money for it. I won't tell you how much, because you probably wouldn't even believe it, but it's a solid connection. So I'd be very surprised if I was 1600. In fact, I think I'm pushing the stream 1800 at the moment. I'd be very surprised if that is even coming close to taxing the line.
Oh, a team kill coming in from Kevin here onto SMF, and that's going to make things worse for FMToxic, because they probably could have gone for a buy here in the next round.
Not anymore, though.
And Kevin also being that AWP, he needs the money to get that AWP bought, so we'll see how this will affect them if we see FMToxic picking up weapons now, or they should do, but they really want to have that AWP on Kevin. In fact, we see weapons being bought here for them. Kevin, on the other hand, does not have much money now. In fact, he needs to go for that FAMAS and only 1 flashbang and no armor on him.
Okay, so I'm just watching XSplit right now, and it does seem like the frames have stabled out, so hopefully the stream does pick up a little bit. I think it's a combination of basically because we're on a relay, and I think Twitch is having a little bit of problems, because I have heard that Twitch do have some bandwidth issues from time to time. I think a lot of that depends on the League of Legends crowd. Anyway, here we go. Looks like we are going to see a plethora of flashbangs being exchanged. Wolverine forced to fall back into Banana. Wendansky dropped to 2 HP, so all intensive purposes, this is pretty much a 4-on-5 here in favour of Western Wolves. I can't see Wendansky wanting to particularly face. He's going to be pretty much chilling at the back of sight.
He needs to dig in if he's going to be able to pick up any kills or do any damage. He can't really go for that 1v1 duel with that kind of HP.
Wolverine playing a very patient game here at first box. Wendansky did draw a lot of fire though, and it looks like we are going to see Glaive dropped on the entry. Are we going to see a second kill? We are. It's going to be Pimp with the return though, so Site is now pretty much open for business because Windansky is in a position here where he can't particularly do much. He's got no HE to actually root him out though, so he could theoretically pick up a kill. Especially against an ARP. You know, that's Kev there who's actually playing with Nico, but Windansky has been dropped. That must have happened whilst I was lagged out there for a second.
He's got on to 6 HP here. Kevin could easily pick up a kill, but Pimp helping out Nico. Crossfire positions, picking up that kill, all down to SMF 100 HP. But he's up against 3 players, so he'll wisely pull away from that B-bomb site and try to save his weapon. Because the economy now of FMToxic, not really that good.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they lost that first eco bash, which is very unusual in Go, means that you do now see a situation where FMToxic are pretty much cash screwed here. So TK did not help the cause either. So yeah, really at this point now, FMToxic, I think they're going to have to right the ship here. Try not to force a buy. It looks like it's going to be left up to SMF here with the M4. So wouldn't be too surprised to see a 4-man stack on one side of SMF, perhaps holding covered site. That would be nice to see, but let's see what we get. Let's look at the overview. No, standard 3-2 split here. I'm saying standard 3-2 split, actually, yeah, we got... Yeah, SMF has actually gone over to Banana here, so not standard at all, actually. So they have started to adjust the play around that saved M4 from the last round. Nice to see. This push on mid is going to result in a kill for Pimp there as he takes the angle, bangs the wall, and picks up the headshot. Bomb has been dropped on second mid, so we are going to see a setup here for the covered site over towards A. It's like smoke being deployed. Really bad smoke though, to be honest.
A little bit of a panic throw as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he had an idea that he was going to be faced from arch side, so he pulled back a little bit. The rest of Western Wolves are slowed right down here at top mid. There's a good smoke, that's going to force Wolverine back. SMF does still have that M4, so he could theoretically come and take away a couple of AKs here. And whilst there are still members of FMToxic alive, that's probably the thing he wants to be doing. But then again, Pimp and MSL are going to drop Niels and Windansky. Wolverine again with that Deagle. Like I said, I'm not a massive fan of the Deagle, to be honest. It's, you know, he's picking up kills with it though, so I can't really rip on him too much. Now, at this point, SMF obviously last man standing with that M4. Do you think he's going to set up for an exit kill or two here, Warclan?
Yeah, he's down to 1v4, so basically he's taken a little bit of an offensive save here, I would say. He's not dug deep inside on B or on that deep bomb site, but he's holding this banana angle, because obviously if they want to chase that weapon, they will be pushing up here soon. Yep.
And see, we got now actually moving forward. Bomb does explode, so it's going to be round over towards Western Wolves. And as you can see, SMF deciding, well, I don't really want to face that, so I'm just going to save my M4 and cower in the corner. Good call. Take a look at your scoreboard. Top scorer in server right now is going to be Pimp, 8 and 2. Second place, that honour is going to go to Nile on 6 and 2. And third place honour, that's going to go to SMF, 6 and 3. As you can see from the overview. Going back to the standard opening now. Oh, as I get dropped to desktop, nice. I'm going to seriously remove Windows keys from all my casting keyboards, I think.
Alright, so we got an AWP here on Kevin.
And a heavy apps push as well. Now Kevin, obviously, I would say, you know, he's one of the most underrated AWPers in Europe. Do you think he's going to be able to get the better of Nico? Like, I think he might be able to.
Yeah, if he gets to the level he was on in whilst playing Source, I think he can. But he's been out of the game for a long time now. Recently just joined FMToxic for Copenhagen Games. So if he's put in the time, then yeah. But here we go. MSL picks up another kill here onto Windansky. It's 3 versus 5. And they've smoked out off CT spawn here. So it's going to be harder for Kevin to come in and help pick up kills. But in fact, Western Wolves rotating back towards that A bomb site. It's only going
Somebody apparently in chat can't get over the fact that my balls have dropped. Cool. Okay, I'm glad that my balls are up for discussion in Twitch chat. That's always a good thing to know. Anyway, 4 on 3 here. We do see quad side push coming in from Nile. So we got Nico there as well. Now Nico is going to be dropped from behind by the M4 headshot. We are going to see SMF open up with the M4 onto the apps exit. Pimp dropped. And now this is a situation where Western Wolves find themselves in a very vulnerable position. Looks like they are going to switch it up and perhaps try and pull a reach around onto Banana here. Which, let's have a look at the overview. I believe Banana is completely undefended here, so let's switch you over to Nile.
5 seconds remaining as well, who will just in time get that bomb down.
That was a good call though from Western Wolves. They knew they just had the time to make that rotation over towards Banana if they had the knives out, and they managed to make it in time for the plant. Now we are going to see an AK-47 headshot, cutting the rotation here from SMF. Smart play. Kev's and Wolverine now moving into position.
It's all down to Glaive, 1v2.
Ooh, that was unfortunate. And he did have to retreat through ruins there to cover the bomb, but he knew that he was going to be facing Kev. And really on that angle, Kev's not going to miss, is he, Walkline?
No, he shouldn't, at least, and it's good to see him picking up those kills, even though it's kind of an easy pick. It's we've even seen Nico this far in the tournament missing some easy shots, so as long as you can keep hitting those kind of easy shots, you'll do a good job with the AWP. I'm excited to see if Kevin can get back to his old self and pick out those 180 no-scope headshots on 1 kilometer distances. He's an insane player.
Yeah, he is one of my favourite AWPers in Counter-Strike period. So to see him back in the scene is nothing but nothing but good news, really. We are seeing mid being prepped here. Niels is actually going to spam 1 grenade back. So early exchange of HE with no damage done on either side. Speak too soon. It looks like Nico and Glaive are going to take a bit of a tickle there from the HE. 30 HP removed and 13 from Nico, so not the be-all end-all now. As you can see, Windansky's on a quick rotation here from Toxic. Do like seeing these quick rotations. I mean, it's something that was always part of Counter-Strike. It was less so in Go, and it does seem like it's becoming more and more standard now. I'm not sure what Autodite is playing out here. I don't want to see what Wolverine's up to because all the action's going down over towards Arch side here. As we see Kevsky with the AWP pick. Is he going to go to the second one here? Does know that the second member is there. He's forced to actually... I was going to say he was forced to fall back, but showing some serious guts and holding Arch side down. Now he has got a flash to cover his retreat as well, so he's going to be able to make it to Library here, and he could actually get the third kill. Does have the angle if MSL does face. No, MSL is going to fall back. Here we go. This is the face, and
nice.
There's the kill. Beautifully done. Kev holding down the approach to the covered site there, and really putting Arch to good use, didn't he?
Yeah, this is exactly how you would see Kevin play out with an AWP. He's not the kind of defensive AWPer like many of the other great AWPers of 1.6 and Source. He's the one who basically treats the AWP as an AK and just rushes his opponents. As you can see there, no fear at all. And I think there's a lot of players who get caught off guard because they really
just don't expect it.
They thought he would pull back into CT spawn.
I mean, I called it that he was going to fall back because that was obviously 9/10 of AWPers in that position would do that for sure. Kev though is not 9/10 of AWPers, so there is something to be said about throwing your opponent off balance by doing I suppose the surprise thing and having a peek and just taking a quick peek shot. Now we are seeing MSL push over towards Arch side. He is going to get the better of Kev with a nice flashbang. Is he going to get the second kill with the AK-47? He certainly does, so covers site now pretty much open apart from Niels, who's forced to fall back into apps. So I do anticipate the bomb going down now. Flash to cover that plant. Western Wolves all over the covered site now. I do have a smoke. I'm not sure if that really helps out, that smoke, to be honest. I would say that probably helps out the CTs more. Good HE towards Pit. That's going to do some serious damage if it connects. Yep, knocking MSL down to 21 HP. And again, another good grenade. That's going to be Nico taking a lot of damage as Niels opens up with the AK-47.
Nice.
2 double headshots. Nico dropping him on the exit, though. As you can see, Glaive left down in Pit in a very vulnerable position. Nico, your last man standing. The defusal is going down here, and it is going to happen.
Oh, he gets the defuse. Wow.
Nico's got to be kicking himself right now. Gets the kill anyway, but too little too late though, Walkline.
Nice retake there by fm-eSports. I mean, they played off each other, went into each fight there basically with 2 players from different angles. And that kind of, I wouldn't classify as a little bit of a ninja defuse at the end there. Nico playing it out a little bit ballsy, not deciding to push in, because normally the CT would try to fake that defuse and not go for it.
Yep, I think to be honest though, knowing that Nico's carrying that AWP, sometimes it is better to just stay on it rather than try and actually pick off the AWP from Pit. Anyway, we are seeing a banana rush here. It looks like Western Wolves going to be forcing their way into sight, so not letting that last round affect them too much.
A little bit of a fail for a flash from Wolverine.
Yeah, as I said, it really did slow him down, but not going to slow Niels down as he picks up the 2 M4 kills. The bomb is ticking here.
Oh, there's no tease.
Yep, he's going to go for the defusal here. Now, we do have flashbangs coming over Banana, so he knows where they're going to be coming from. Pimp is in a position to stop that defusal. Now, the smoke going down onto site. Just a matter of getting... Oh, that was a good flashbang. That's going to stop It's going to stop the push on the retake here for the T's. And there's the defusal in the smoke. Very nice play from FM. They did exactly what was needed there, and to be quite honest, they probably could have forced the defusal whilst the retake from Banana from the T's was coming, but if you can pick up the kills as well, that's even better, to be honest. Yeah,
I was about to say that Western Wolves were really lucky there, because FMToxic had no idea that the remaining 2 players on that terrorist side was so far away from the bomb side. So basically, they didn't want to go for the defuse because they were, well, they probably expected some of the T's to be dug in on side and one in Banana maybe. But in the end, they picked up the round and we're 5-5 now.
Well, an aggressive push from Wolverine does result in 1 kill, but I would say it was a pretty bad trade considering it's now a 4 versus 3, of course. Another quad side push coming in. Bomb being passed over to Pimp. We are seeing the flashbangs to set up the exit from apps as well. So good coordination here from Western Wolves. I'm liking the use of the flashbangs to get onto covered site. A backstab to boot as well. Glaive coming around arch side. Obviously, Kev not in his usual position there, so he couldn't actually guard against that backstab. Wouldn't be surprised to see a save here, even though it's a 3-on-2 walk-line.
Well, I don't think they will go for the save. Kevin is just waiting for Neil to rotate through Banana and up middle. He's just setting up to get ready to throw some flashes out in that pit area, and there the flash goes, and he's got his teammate in quad now, so they will be going for this this retake. No, in fact, Nilsinho is pulling back down mid because the bomb is taken away. They don't have the time really to go in here, and that's only because Neil was a little bit late with that rotation.
Well, it's going to be the 6th round on the board here for Western Wolves. As you can see, Nico surviving in pit with his AWP, so nobody really loses any weapons to that bomb explosion either. And now we do see Western Wolves in the ascendant position. I mean, at this point now, FMToxic, after picking up the pistols, it's been a back and forth game really, hasn't it? Nobody's stamped their authority on it so far. This is the point where Western Wolves could do so though, isn't it, Walkline?
Yeah, if they keep picking up rounds now, it's going to, the game is pretty soon going to fall away from fm-eSports. It's going to be hard for them to get onto this T side when they're up against the likes of Nico with the AWP, probably holding middle, and probably will go for the offensive picks.
Yep, as we can see, Eco coming in, so this run should be a formality for Western Wolves. Do apologise about the lag you're seeing on stream at the moment. That's what we're getting on the Go TV, so somewhat unavoidable really. We did try and get a direct connection before, but we had a ton of issues with that, so just back on the Go TVs for the time being. Hopefully we can figure that out later on. Wolverine with 2 Deagle headshots. Glaive going to reply with the AK-47 frag though, and well, you'd have to say that Banana is now open for business. Nico going to take down Kev. That's the AWP on, well, not AWP on AWP duel, because obviously fm-eSports here on Nico, but still, AWPer killing an AWPer, always a good feeling for Nico. 2-on-2. Western Wolves not yet committing to the plant, because as soon as they hear the beep 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 of the bomb, that's when you are going to see SMF actually push in from ruins. So smart play. They're actually going to pull a switch around here. Do you think they're going to fake and then go back Banana, or?
No, I think that they know the position of the CT, so they know that they will be able to get into that site uncontested, and Nico does not have the bomb, so he can just set up straight away to get that kill onto Neil, who's rotating, and I think that's exactly what we're going to see here.
Yep, and it doesn't look like FM fully committed to the rotation either, so it's just going to be Neil's on site here. He's doing a good job of holding them up. He just managed to grab a frag. Nico through the box though. Going to pick up that AWP kill, and it's now 1-on-1. SMF does have the assault rifle here, so he is in a position where he could potentially root out Nico. Not if he does that though. That was a little bit silly, to be quite honest.
Dancing a little bit of dubstep on top of that car instead of going in at a different angle. I mean, when you got that assault rifle, you don't really want to be jumping around like he did, and not versus an AWP at least, because it's a little bit easier for him to pick up that kill. A little bit weird play there, but in the end it was down to a 1v1, so a really close game, I would say.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, 7-5 now the scoreline. This is the potential turning point of the game where we could see Western Wolves start to run away with it though, so again, it looks like another eco here from fm-eSports. We're going to see Glaive with that pick up mid with the AK-47. So that's the open. Niels is going to return it back to 4-on-4 though, with the pistol headshot onto. In fact, it's going to be Glaive who's going to make it back to a 3-on-3 here. In fact, 4-on-3 I should say. Sorry, he did take a lot of damage though. I almost thought he was dead for a second. He's down to 18 HP. There you can see Wolverine and company just playing as passively as possible here. They're trying to bait this Banana push. We do have Windansky and Wolverine pretty close, so the rotation should be in pretty quickly. Now Wolverine spamming away with the Deagle, does manage to grab himself 2 kills with the headshots. 3 kills with the Deagle, nicely done. I think I might have to eat my words about the Deagle here. Seems like in the hands of Wolverine it is a pretty potent weapon, Walkland.
Yeah, I was agreeing with you. You don't really want to buy Deagle in Global Offensive, but Wolverine just decided that now this pistol is viable, and he's showing us why. And I'm going to have to download some nice demos from this guy when I get back home and try to see how you actually play it out with the Deagle with that different recoil from 1.6 and Source.
Well, Pimp, your last man standing. He's trying to get in through Ruins. He does manage to pick up that headshot to Windansky. Did take a bit of damage doing so, though. As we can see, good HE, though. It's going to remove quite a bit of HP from Wolverine. Still got 2 to contest with on site, though. I'd say I don't particularly fancy his chances considering he spent 3/4 of his clip here. Now he does pick up the pistol headshot. And he has picked the bomb back up, so we could very well see a plant here. Niels is actually falling back.
0 seconds left here.
There we go. I was going to say he's falling back because of the time, but bomb did go down, but not in time. Unfortunate there for fm-eSports, but I should say for Western Wolves, sorry. Very fortunate for fm-eSports, though. 7-6 the scoreline, and that was pretty much the opportunity there for Western Wolves to take control of this first half, wasn't it, Walkland? They kind of threw that away, though. Yeah,
they got to be kicking themselves for that. Every time you lose the round because of the time, it's not going to be good for you. But I think Western Wolves are happy with 7 rounds, and every round they get now will just be a bonus. They are pushing into this B bomb site, Jay.
Yep, another high progressive banana push. It seems like this is where Western Wolves have had most of the success, to be honest. Bomb has gone down. Even when they've actually made a covered site push, it's usually been, you know, they've got a couple of picks on banana, lost a couple of guys, and then pulled back and gone covered site. So I would say the majority of the work so far has been done by Western Wolves over towards the banana bomb site. Speaking of which, that's completely under Western Wolves' control here. Saying that, SMF's got something to say about that. He moves in double M4 headshots, eventually shut down by MSL's M4. Now seeing the frags coming thick and fast as Nico and MSL pick up kills onto Nielzo, and that's going to be Kevsky and Windansky dropped. It's now 8-6, so cash reset here for fm-eSports, and we are now going to see basically Western Wolves again with that opportunity to take control here. Although, I mean, really, there's only particularly 1 round left here. If they pick up the 9-6 scoreline moving into the first half, do you think they're going to be moving into the second half? Do you think they're going to be happy with that?
FMToxic or Western?
Well, either or, I suppose. I mean, FMToxic on the CT side.
I think FMToxic, even though if they pick up this round, won't be happy going into the second half. I think Western Wolves is content with this.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, ideally it should be the opposite way around for FM, but Western Wolves are one of those teams that do have a very good T side of Inferno, as we can see. Completely storming apartments. Shotgun play. Nico is going to be dropped. I'm sure Kev's pretty happy with himself right now. As you can see, the chat being exchanged between the 2 players. Bit of an awkward mid-engagement, but as we can see, the bomb has gone down, so a 3-on-1 here. Wolverine with it all left to do. He's rocking his Deagle, and we have seen him pick up a hat-trick of Deagle kills, but it's not going to happen against Glaive, and that's going to be the good half scoreline of 9-6 in favour of Western Wolves. So, with this being a battle of the Danes, I mean, fm-eSports flag is shown as UK, but as you said before, 4 Danes in the squad. I have to say that's pretty much, you know, that first half scoreline that Western Wolves would have been aiming for, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Western Wolves is more than happy with that scoreline, and as you can see in chat, they are having some troubles with their TeamSpeak, their comms, so someone's going to the toilet as well. So we'll stay on camera for a little bit here.
I was going to say probably a brief break actually, because I want to go get a drink and stuff whilst I'm taking a break. So we're going to take a brief break here. When we come back, it will be the resumption of play between Western Wolves and fm-eSports Toxic. So don't go anywhere, keep it locked. We should be back after this. And we are back live in game. It seems like we are going to be underway in the second half now. They did decide to just jump in straight away and start, so we'd have missed one kill, but not too much to be quite honest. Western Wolves now on the CT side, of course, after that 9-6 T-side performance, putting up the rounds that they really did need, to be honest. You would expect a 9-6 scoreline in favour of the CTs usually. But Inferno, for my money, is probably the most even map in Go. You could argue Dust 2 is pretty even as well, but not like Inferno for my money. Let's drop you onto auto director so I don't get crucified by Twitch chat. Nico, MSL, and MSL again picking up pistol kills on that CT side, so this is not boding well here for Toxic. Windansky's starting to move forward. Not going to happen. No, he's going to be shut down, and to be quite honest, Windansky is one of the players who I have had an eye on for a long time. And to see him at this level of play is nice. I have to say he's one of the better players that's been, you know, a part of the I-Series scene for a long time. To see him actually step up and play against the likes of Western Wolves is certainly a good thing. Now, I'm saying this is live. Actually, I just saw a team stab at spawn, so I'm assuming it's live, but that's very uncharacteristic.
Did not do that much damage, so probably...
Yeah, it's not like it was a right-click stab, it was just a left-click, so... I assume it was unintentional. No, that was a good HE. Surprised that didn't register more damage, to be honest. I think the Go TV lag kind of... yeah, as you can see, that's pretty terrible at the moment. Well, Western going to be shutting down that mid-push. Not that we saw most of it. The relay does seem to be lagging quite a bit at the moment. Hopefully, you know what I'm going to do? In the meantime, I'm going to jump onto my chat and see if I can get get another relay, or perhaps this one figured out. So, Walkline, with that first half scoreline, obviously picking up the pistols as well, Western Wolves have got to be considered favourites here, haven't they? Yeah,
they will be going in for that 12-6 scoreline here. If they can stop this eco, which I think they will with a shotgun and P90, just pretty much shutting down that banana push. It's going to be hard for FMToxic to get back into this game now, but I mean, if they've got these set strats with these nice timing pushes and fakes, rotation, smokes, everything, obviously there's a possibility for them to get back into this game. But I mean, Western Wolves second place at Copenhagen Games, it kind of just shows the quality of the players in Western Wolves.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're not one of those teams that you would associate with folding under pressure. I mean, that second place finish, indicative of their play style. So we are seeing the first gun round of the second half here. That's a fire going up mid. We do have an AWP in play on Kev, so Kev is going to be the playmaker here. That smoke's not going to help his cause, though, as you can see on Banana. It does seem like the relay is somewhat levelled out as well, which is quite nice. Now, Kev is going to get that pick through the smoke. Nicely done. Blind shot. I'm sure he wouldn't have been aiming for that. That was just spam, but kill's a kill nonetheless.
Taking out MSL as well. He's been playing really well for Western Wolves on 17 kills right now. So maybe that's the opening they were looking for.
Yep, this is the point now where they've really got to commit to this push. They've got that one kill on Banana. Seems like Western Wolves have actually fallen back a little bit deeper here, so the opportunity to capitalise on that perhaps has actually gone now. And Nico with a... I was going to say it was a good grenade, but it didn't actually connect with anyone, so not a good grenade at all, actually. Cover side push coming in. I think at this point, it looks like Western are going to be holding down this push, though. Even considering it was a one-man advantage coming in, Glaver's just absolutely gone beast mode here. Pimp is going to be dropped in apps. It's going to be Windansky on the exit. He's going to be taken down by Nico, though, so... all down to Kevsy here. What can Kevin actually do? He's got that Glock in hand. He's going to be facing against an M4. I'm not sure this is particularly smart, but he does get the kill. Nicely done. It's a 2-on-1 here. Is he going to switch that AWP out? Nope. He's going to stick with the AWP. Where's the bomb? Well, time runs out, so bomb not an issue anyway. Kev is going to escape with that AWP, so perhaps a light buy here coming in from FM based around that AWP, do you think?
Well, it's hard to say. It's kind of the call of the in-game leader here, and seems as though they don't want to... well, in fact, as I'm about to say, they don't want to risk it. They go for the Galils and buy up a lot of flashes and stuff, and as you can see, Windansky, no head armor, and Kevsy doesn't even have any armor. So this is pretty much as light as you can get it.
Well, again, the relay, has that gone down? No, thank God for that. Like I did say before, we did work on trying to get a direct connection, but unfortunately the direct connection was actually worse than the relay, so... Maybe we'll actually figure out the direct connection problems for tomorrow. I hope we do, because it's much more preferable than casting from a laggy relay, of course. The relay that we had for the game before this was actually spot on, so maybe it's just a case of this being a bad relay and on a bad server, because I know we did have some issues with some of the servers in France. Now Nico getting that pick onto, well, I'm saying pick, it's not really a pick really. Pimp waited so long to take that headshot. Now he does grab 2 kills on the potential apps push. Now Wolverine with a double AK-47 frags on Banana. That's going to bring it back to, well, a 3-on-2. Make that a 2-on-2 as Kev at close range with that AWP. Scopes in, bang, 1 shot, 1 kill.
19 HP altogether here on the FMToxic lineup. 30 seconds to do it on. And Kevsey, I don't know what he's doing. He's pretty much rotating over towards that A bomb site by himself. He's just going to save this weapon now. Yeah, indeed. He's only got 20 seconds remaining. 15 HP. Does not have the bomb there. Well, he's got the bomb now, but it's a little too late for him. Or in fact, he's actually going for it. He's a little bit of a balls deep player. This Danish AWPer from, well, from Denmark.
Redundant Danish reference there. I like that.
Apparently.
Anyway, so we are looking at a 14-6 scoreline. Giving Western Wolves 2 extra rounds there. I think it's pretty much a full-blown conclusion that we should see those 2 extra rounds picked up relatively quickly here. We are seeing a, I wouldn't say a full eco because we do have flashbangs in play, but pretty much a full eco here from FMToxic. As you can see, Neil's actually going for the pick from the rotation up through mid. Didn't really happen on quad side though. Now we do have Wolverine with that Deagle again. He has been pretty deadly with it, but as you can see, no match for MSL's M4 in that situation. Now still a 5-on-2, but as you can see, MSL down to just 3 HP and Pimp is on 16. So chance here that we could see SMF grab a weapon, but no, I don't fancy his chances against Glaive. Glaive was at pretty much 100 HP at the start of that fight. You need to find either Pimp or MSL though to try and bag an M4 for the next round. Now we are seeing another buy here coming in from FM. This is game point now. This is do or die, isn't it, Walkline?
It is, and they really want to get these remaining rounds. They want to get this draw against Western Wolves. Western Wolves being the big dogs of Group B. Obviously, if we can get a lot of rounds and even a draw against them, it's going to be huge for FMToxic.
Well, as we can see, Nico on the aggressive peak down mid does manage to pick up the AWP kill, and we have seen a heavy apps rush. We're going to see 1 kill from Pimp. That's going to slow that apps rush down. It does look like we do see FM with the positional advantage here. They have managed to take over that covered site by the looks of it. Wavy's going to be moving in through quad side, taking a lot of fire though. Does manage to get off that smoke, but didn't really freak out Windansky though. Windansky too smart to actually fall for a fake smoke as a flash. And the bomb has gone down. So 3-on-3 situation. Bomb ticking in favour of the terrorists, of course. Now moving in for the M4 frag. SMF does pick up the return HE kill, so back to a 2-on-2 here. Make that a 2-on-1, make that a 2-on-0. SMF with the double headshots from the AK-47. Those 7.62 rounds finding the mark. And that was a do-or-die round, wasn't it, Warcline?
Yeah, I mean, it's match point, and Western Wolves will be able to buy full up this round. So not only does fm-eSports need to pick up this round to stay in the game, but if they pick it up, I think Western Wolves will be forced onto an eco. And then it's going to look like a little bit more of a respected scoreline for FMToxic. You know that these kind of players really can put up a fight against Western Wolves, and I'd be surprised to see FM going down 16-7.
Yep, well, I mean, that was a key pivotal round here. I mean, we are still in the group stages, of course, so round difference does matter. To be quite honest, I don't particularly perceive FM going through in the groups, but stranger things have happened so far in this tournament, of course. Now again, it seems like FM putting a lot of stock into this covered site. You think they should be approaching Banana a little bit more? Because I would say at this point now, Western Wolves are fully anticipating a covered site push.
Yeah, it seems as though fm-eSports really fancy going for that A bomb site. That's pretty much what they've got all their strats set around, so they really don't. They shouldn't be changing up too much tactics. And as I said, MSL once again picks up 2 kills, which he's been doing pretty much every round here for Western Wolves, holding his own against pretty damn good players, I would say.
Good flashbang down Banana. That's going to completely obscure Wolverine's vision. Second one to follow it up as well. That forces the retreat. We're going to see another flashbang on Banana. So 3-man CT stack on Banana here. MSL with that AWP kill onto SMF. That's going to leave Windansky and Wolverine. Now, not quite sure why he's dropped me into third person, though. Thanks for that, Auto Director. Wolverine and company start to move forward now. Windansky on the peak from behind here. Does manage to grab himself an AK-47 headshot to Nico on the backstab. Very nicely done. Doesn't have the bomb, though. He needs to retrieve that to get a plant here.
5 seconds remaining. He will not be able to plant that bomb.
No, he's frag hunting, trying to get that kill, but as you can see, now well onto the time, and he has managed to make his escape. So that's going to be GG. Final scoreline of 16-7. And I have to say, Warclown, there was a point, though, where FM maybe looked like they was actually going to make that an entertaining game.
Yeah.
They kind of folded, though, towards the end of the first half, didn't they?
Yeah, they kind of did. I mean, 16-7 here. I think FMToxic will be kicking themselves a little bit. They can do a lot better, and they've done a lot better in this tournament thus far.
I think a lot of that boils down to the fact that they won the pistols on the T side, and then they lost the first gun round. And from that point forward, there was never really any dominance established by either of the teams until the last round of the second half when we saw Western Wolves take it over. So I'm somewhat pleasantly surprised by the first half performance from FM. The second half, not so much. But then again, it's not like we saw a whole heap in the second half. So
I'll tell you this much. I think even though FMToxic going down to Western Wolves here, I think they're still in a good position group-wise. I think they might be able to get that second place in group. Fnatic is not impressing.
No, actually,
right now.
I mean, Fnatic have just come off the back of a draw, so
yeah, and a loss before that as well. So Fnatic they're just fighting to be able to get into playoffs tomorrow. And if Fnatic doesn't reach playoffs, wow.
Yeah, that's one of those big teams that you automatically think, yeah, well, they're gonna obviously get through to playoff stages, you know. Obviously not the case though. At least from what we've seen so far, anyway.
Yeah, they need to step it up.
But then again, we were saying the same about Anexis yesterday, and that they stepped up and brought their A game towards the latter end of Group A. So we could very well see the same from Fnatic. I think a lot of people are surprised that Dignitas haven't performed as well as they potentially could. But then again, they are a relatively new roster, aren't they?
They are a new roster, and I mean, Huds G and Steel, for those of you who have been following them for quite a while, they've been, well, unlucky, to say the least. I'm not sure what actually happened in that MTW squad, but they've been really working hard for, I would say, about 5 months now to get a stable lineup.
Yeah.
So hopefully
George was with MTW for a long time, and
Yeah.
from my understanding, they left on good terms.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure what the reason was for the departure, but I mean, Dignitas are...
It closed down.
Well, there you go. Okay, so yeah, I didn't actually know that about MTW. As no doubt you will know, I mean, I've just recently come back to esports myself. I will actually be going full-time. So what you will see in the very near future for myself, I'll be under the Freaks for You banner. Pretty much, not like a traditional studio setup like Quad V or anything like that, where they act as an agent. It'll just be me with a studio. So I will pretty much in control of all that kind of stuff. You can expect a regular highlights package for CS:GO.
Sounds good.
So tournaments like this, obviously not yet. This will probably start next month when I get I get over here full time. But what you will see is some form of like regular CS:GO show. I don't think I'll do like a panel discussion show because I think that's flogging a dead horse. There's already people out there doing that. It'll be more like a clip show that shows like results from tournaments and things like that. Obviously, I will also be focusing a bit on League of Legends as well. Because to be brutally honest with you, and you guys will no doubt appreciate this, CS:GO at the moment isn't in a position where it can support a studio particularly. So there does have to be some give and take on that. Ideally, I would like to just put all my time into Go. The scene does need it, but if if the viewers aren't there to actually make the revenue to pay the wage, then you can't really do it full time. So it will be part of my focus. It won't be my sole focus, but you can expect at the very least a bi-weekly. Perhaps even a weekly show, depending on how much time I do have. Anyway, we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, it will be the more coverage of Group B. I'm not entirely certain which game we're going to be doing. Do you know which one is coming up next? In fact, I did message Freak here about it, so we do know what it is. It's just I can't particularly remember.
It's going to be Fnatic Dignitas.
Fnatic Dignitas.
Yep.
So that'll be coming up, I'd imagine, probably within the next 25 minutes. There have been some delays at the tournament due to issues that pop up at LAN, to be quite honest. Kind of unavoidable. We're here in Berlin, so it's not like we can go over and slap admins or anything like that and force players to play. Not that I want to do that anyway. I mean, it's a fairly large tournament. You got money up for grabs. It's a fairly prestigious tournament as well. I mean, it's kind of a shame that we did have the star ladder at the same time because that has split the talent field. But it's also meant that we do see new teams coming to the forefront. Anytime new teams can pick up money, it's money they can put back into the game.
Yeah.
So that is going to help the cause. It's going to be basically more money for more attendance at future LANs, which hopefully should bring the level of play back up to where it had previously been in Source and 1.6. I don't think we're quite there yet. We will be because the scene does seem to be sort of stabilising now. There was that first 6 months where it was a little bit shaky, but we do seem to be coming around now, which is good because there is a massive gap when it comes to 5-on-5 esports. Anyway, like I said, brief break. When we come back, we will have Dignitas versus Fnatic. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked to Jay and Warclown's coverage. Bye.